coming up on the East End.
I've had the Knicks here a couple of times when they come to play a tournament, but these guys are really tall. So
they have to duck.
Yeah, they have to duck.
The Hamptons B&B that promises you a place to relax, recharge, and maybe even rub elbows with some famous faces.
I don't know if it's a store or a museum. Like, people come in, they love to eat their ice cream, they love to point, they love to look.
Go back in time at an East End antique shop that'll take you on a trip through the decades. And a look back at the Long Island Aquarium's journey from then to now.
Welcome to the East End. I'm Erin Colton.
And I'm Joe Arena. For decades, News 12 has shown you the people and places that make up this very unique community.
And there's still so much you probably haven't even seen on the East End, and we're excited to explore it with you.
Whether you love the glitz and celebrity glamour of high-end Hampton hotspots,
Or maybe it's the quaint and quiet charm of family-run farm stands on the North Fork. From the lavish to the local, here, there's something for everyone, and we're going to help you experience it all.
plus you'll learn a little something along the way too with our East End trivia game. You'll see questions pop up during the show. Play along, then submit your answers at the end of the program for a chance to win something.
But first, we kick things off with a little R&R at a Hamptons hideaway, known for attracting an A-list crowd.
I just fell in love with the property. It has a special magic.
If you don't remember seeing Baker House 1650 on your trip out east, it's actually easy to miss. Hidden from Main Street in East Hampton are the gorgeous, secluded grounds.
Thomas Baker, who was one of the founding fathers of East Hampton, bought it from Captain Howe in 1650. We decided to give each room in this house the name of one of the founding families of East Hampton. This room is the only room in this house that has a balcony that faces the green.
I can't imagine having my morning cup of coffee out here. Good morning, East Hampton.
This is the Maidstone room. My thing for travel is, am I going to be as comfortable or better than in my house? And the answer has to be yes.
One of the most special areas of the Baker House is their private spa.
This is incredible. So you have the pool right here in the middle.
Yes, we have the steam shower, we have the air tub, and back here we have the sauna.
You have this whole room to yourself.
Again, reinforcing the idea of casual luxury. We have all sorts of massages and facials available.
I can't think of a better spot to spend the winter than really this room.
This historic house has also seen its share of celebs, including some who barely fit through the door.
I've had the Knicks here a couple of times when they come to play a tournament. You know, those guys, I'm tall, but these guys are really tall. So I'm like,
so they have to duck.
Like, yeah, they have to duck. I'm like, please, 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 do not hurt yourself. You know, so they're always like.
And talking about big names who've stayed here.
It's a beautiful old Steinbeck piano. I know a couple of very famous people have played here while I've been here.
Piano man himself.
I've heard that he's played here.
When you head outside, you're surrounded by even more history and cool stories.
One of our clients was President Biden. I've seen him in the catch pool here cleaning my leaves.
Cleaning your...
The leaves from the trees, you know.
He would take them out and put them out?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, you know, I said, you don't have to do this. I said, I'm enjoying it. I'm like, okay.
This is such a cool area, especially in the wintertime.
Yes.
You can make a fire, sit out here, and you don't have to go anywhere.
You don't have to go anywhere.
The newest addition is this completely renovated old village carriage house.
I mean, this looks like, you know, the doors that like Belle from Beauty and the Beast would bust open with her book.
So this is where a lot of the celebrities stay, a lot of the CEOs.
I mean, you have everything. It's chic, it's luxury.
This area is, to me, one of the most special in the property.
Oh, you're on the roof of the house.
I've had the cast of the L Word stay here, you know, and some of them in this, and they would all get together here in this specific terrace, the same with Homeland.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, the president cleaned your pool. I
Yes.
mean, not many people can say that.
At that point, he was a senator.
Of course, everyone thinks about the Hamptons as, you know, the summertime place where everyone goes. But this place is just so cozy that it is such a great place to come to in the wintertime.
It's a very warm place. We have 9 fireplaces in this house. The idea of coziness and comfort and casual luxury permeates throughout. It has a special magic.
Wow, and you know the thing I like about that the most is that you don't have to do anything. You just sit there and recharge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if you're in the mood to explore, antiquing could be a fun and frugal way to experience the East End, almost like a history museum come to life.
Well, we've got the place. We're going to take you to Collect Westhampton Beach for a trip through the decades.
I've been told it's the funnest store in Westhampton.
On Westhampton's main street, surrounded by stores you'd probably expect to see, Leif Neubauer is selling the unexpected.
Everybody collects something different, but everybody collects something.
And at his small store, appropriately named Collect, there really is something for every collector.
We're able to really get some stuff that's important stuff and could be something, if a collector were to come in, it could be the best thing he ever found in that genre.
But you don't have to be a collector to tour this place. Anyone can enjoy an antiquing adventure, because a lot of Leif's collection, as he says, are things you can learn from. Magazines from different eras, antique books, typewriters, and even pirate coins from the 1500s. So where do you find things like a pirate coin or medicine ball over 100 years old?
The East End of Long Island has some of the best picking on the planet. The estate sales that you and I have access to are different than everywhere else in the country. The fun part too is when you find something, then you get to learn about it. You know, and like this business is all about learning.
And for younger members of your family, it doesn't have to be a learning experience. It can be a treasure hunt. Something Leif just started this year are mystery bags.
So I'd load some Matchbox cards, some baseball cards, some jewelry, and we do a girl's bag, a boy's card, or unsearched baseball cards. I got so many baseball cards, so I'd just take stacks of baseball cards, stick them in a bag, put 10 bucks on them, and that was a success this summer. I sold more mystery bags than anything else this year.
It's affordable. Like people think, oh, I'm coming to the Hamptons. I need to, take out a loan.
$5 and you have fun. Always good for a laugh and over face value, which is fun.
And while baseball cards, Matchbox cars, Lego sets from the 1960s, old watches, jewelry, and cameras are a special part of Leif's collection of items in this tiny store, Leif also offers some bigger ticket items, and some with well-known names attached to them. This painting by American artist Richard Diebenkorn could be yours for $28,000, or this $75,000 Edvard Munch creation. And that name might sound familiar because the Norwegian painter is most famous for his 1893 painting, The Scream.
And to have something for every collector is nearly impossible, but I'm trying.
And it's working. For more than a decade, Leif has had the longest standing business here on Main Street in Westhampton Beach, and ironically, it isn't a business Leif says makes much money.
I really love to collect, and it's given me the opportunity to collect some amazing stuff for my own personal collection. No, I don't know if it's a store or a museum. Like, people come in, they love to eat their ice cream, they love to point, they love to look, Purchases don't always happen. Luckily, we've gotten online, so 90% of our business is online.
And that means a lot of eyes are on Leif's collection, including Hollywood.
A lot of our stuff goes out to California to movies and period pieces. We ship out to Warner Brothers all the time.
Or in some cases, just look at and imagine how different things were years and years ago here on the East End. Leif has a collection of photographs that date back more than 100 years. One of them, a shot of Main Street here in Westhampton Beach from 1904.
Westhampton is a beautiful town, and in my opinion, the best in the Hamptons. It is mostly families, and it's the first Hampton. You don't have to drive all the way to East Hampton. You don't have 2 hours in traffic. You get here and you can get right to the beach.
Every time I come here, I find something new.
With all of that stuff inside of that store, I can't imagine what's on his social media.
He's got more, and he keeps getting it, which is so cool. Every time I go in there, like I said, I find something new, I see something new. It's just a great place.
Love it. Got to visit there. All right, still ahead. We have an all-access pass to an East End restaurant that's a favorite for Hollywood legends and neighborhood locals.
I started as a dishwasher back in the kitchen, but I had a dream about to take over the place.
Here, how the owner of 75 Main went from herding sheep in Turkey to owning a world-famous restaurant.
And welcome back to the East End. Our next stop takes us here to Main Street in Southampton to a restaurant that is famous for its A-list celebrities and locals alike.
75 Main has been here forever.
Open for more than 2 decades and owned by Zach Erdem for the last 12 of those years, 75 Main might be the most noticeable restaurant on the East End. And it's staying that way, because Zach knows what it takes to keep the locals, celebrities, and even the media coming back for more. But Erdem didn't just fall into owning this restaurant and others. It all started way in the back of the house.
I started as a dishwasher back in the kitchen. So I love this place. In the back then, I was just dishwasher, but I had a dream about to take over the place. And in 2010, I came back. The owner was getting old and she wanted to retire. I took over the place.
And 10 years after taking over, Erdem bought the building, a far cry from his job as a shepherd in his homeland of Turkey.
I arrived into America, sleeping in JFK, no place to go. So all those stuff added up, and good thing that I never want to give up. This place has so much history in my life. It made me who I am today and made me stand up on my feet.
And today, Erdem finds himself standing next to pretty much any A-lister you can think of.
It's like a movie outside. You might see Leonardo sitting at one table. You're seeing the Jay-Z another table. You're seeing Kardashians another. It just really, outside patio sitting is like movie here.
And it's that big screen effect that's making 75 Main popular on the little screen. Erdem and his staff are the stars of the show Serving the Hamptons, all about how he and those who work for him fulfill the difficult task of running one of the most exclusive restaurants on the East End.
People want to see what's behind the scene, what these people do, what do all those workers, where they come from, who these people are. People are wondering those stuff. You can't just have a beautiful restaurant. You have to have everything together. The team in the Hamptons, it's so important.
And that's one of Erdem's keys to success.
Walk in this restaurant, your staff must smile. You can't have they come from jail, in the morning. You don't want to have those things. You want staff to be engaged with your customers and, connection.
75 Main's menu is another reason this place is also popular with the people who call the East End home. And during the summer months, Zach's menu highlights what a big part of the East End is all about.
Him and I would go every morning to the farms, local farms. We get all those nice, beautiful veggies and everything, and at night we put on our menu, special menu.
Erdem says the menu is always being fine-tuned. Lately, gluten-free and vegan are popular. And if it's a piece of steak or fish that you're looking for, Erdem can accommodate. But less meat on the menu is something he's striving for.
Any restaurant you go, they serve branzino, they serve flamino, they serve lamb. I don't want to serve my people though. There's so much nice items on my menu that I want you to try. And I know you're gonna like it and you're gonna come back for it.
There's no denying that Hamptons living is synonymous with style. Here on the East End, multi-million-dollar homes have a unique ability of blending luxury with beachy, laid-back vibes. So how can you make your space feel like a private East End oasis? We get a lesson in luxury living.
Welcome to our renovated Ditch Plains Beach House.
This is gorgeous.
We used only 3 materials, which is really cool. Oak floors, porcelain, and walnut. We took this room, which was original to the house, kept all these beams, painted it white, so it creates a larger feel in a very, very small space. We designed this kitchen from scratch. Black and satin brass hardware gives it a very fresh, modern take. I want to show you this beautiful outdoor extended deck. Here, the family can sit, again, bench seating, so there's less chairs to worry about. And it's great because the outside and the inside now are connected.
Right.
With these great big sliding doors.
Making it feel even bigger.
Erin, I want to show you the primary bedroom light fixture. Fabulous. I love the beads. We expanded this bathroom by stealing some closet space and giving this large shower for the primary. I love this transom window that was put in, and we carried it through to keep this open in the shower so that it feels larger. This is the mudroom. Used to be the main entrance, and it's fully custom built out with lots of storage, place to sit when you come in. It's really a great use of a small space.
Speaking of turning small spaces into larger ones, I mean, I couldn't believe this room when you showed me.
This bunk room, 3 boys. Each boy has his own bunk bed. They can have friends
This has to be one of the coolest bathrooms ever because you can go from outside to inside.
2 people could be showering because we've got behind the frosted glass an indoor shower, and then outside is the outdoor shower that all connects to this one bathroom.
This is a cool part of the house just because it's where kids can go and kids can just be themselves.
We jammed a lot in here. You've got this game, you've got a table for art, Pac-Man. I mean, you can't go wrong with
This might be the coolest part of the whole house.
By opening up these big doors, you really, really feel connected to the outside. When it's super sunny, you're shaded. You can have your lunch down here in the shade. They love spending the day at the beach and coming back and just going for a swim at the end of the day. And then at night, they have this wonderful seating area built into the landscape, and you've got sofa with fire pit.
Everything can look elegant, but also be kid-friendly.
Kids come in from the beach in their bathing suits. Nobody has to worry if they're wet. Just hang out.
To see more from this home and explore other hidden gems, just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen.
Well, they say change is good, and one of the greatest things about Long Island's East End is how it's grown and transformed into a place that fits the needs of the locals, but also tourists.
Take the Long Island Aquarium here in downtown Riverhead. What once was a large-scale aquarium has now flourished into a massive exhibition center.
And in its nearly 25 years, it's been highlighted in shows like Sesame Street.
So how did the aquarium go from then to now? Take a look.
It's one of Long Island's top tourist destinations and a regular feature on our East End show. The Long Island Aquarium has over 100 exhibits, greets 250,000 guests every year, and holds more than 1 million gallons of water. Originally called Atlantis Marine World, it started in the early 90s with a vision.
We were heavily involved with what was Okinos at the time in 1995 when they moved the Stranding Center from Hampton Bays to Riverhead. We finally got approval to start construction on the aquarium in 1999.
Jim Bissett, he really took it upon himself to tackle the task of bringing an aquarium to Long Island, educating the public about conservation of our waters and protecting our marine environment.
Joe Petrocelli had come on board as co-founder as well, was a contractor. There was a lot of sketches, a lot of drawings. We did all our design build in-house, so we were able to design it from the public's perspective, but also what would be best for the animals in the habitats. We built the first phase of the aquarium from the ground up in 11 months, and we had a June of 2000 opening.
The centerpiece was the massive 120,000-gallon shark tank.
Those sharks were caught off of Freeport, Jones Beach area, and they were 3-foot pups, 4-foot pups, and now they're 11 and 12 feet. And we're one of 3 aquariums in the country that you can dive with live sharks in our cage.
Next, the very popular penguin exhibit.
Penguins were 2005. They were confiscated penguins at JFK Airport, and we built a holding facility for them and then built the habitat for them over that year. Otters was 2008. We did Crab Villa back in like 2003. In 2004 was the snorkel tank and snow monkeys, and there's been a number of major habitats that were constructed through the years.
In 2011, it was renamed the Long Island Aquarium, and with that came some big changes, a hotel and marina.
We were doing weddings inside the aquarium. The walls are alive, unlike any other venue on Long Island. It helped supplement the revenue that we needed to operate the aquarium and take care of the animals. And then that next phase was really the Hyatt property and the ballroom and the butterfly exhibit. We had an intention to make that a changing exhibit, but people just love the butterflies, so it's been with us since that time. The East End and the traffic that we get out here at our vineyards and our breweries and our beaches, people stay at our hotel. We're right at the fork and they can go in either direction. The marina is really a great point of interest for people here. We have a great outside bar and grill on the water out there in the peak of summer. That is just fantastic. Kayaking, stand-up paddling, we do a lot of great events. Phase 3 was Howell House and the Preston House across the street. We restored it, and then we built a 20-room boutique hotel behind that.
There is no end in sight. We can always be doing something, and I think that's what keeps us super excited about everything.
Time now to check your answers in our East End trivia game. If you've been playing along, scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. It'll take you to our website where you can submit your answers for the chance to win a prize.
You'll also find more information on our website about all the places we've explored in this episode.
And while you're there, let us know about your favorite places on the East End, from lavish to local.
It just might be our next adventure. See you next time.